Welcome back to TPS. Draft picks in the first 3 rounds of the NFL draft are very valuable. Teams stand great chances of landing a Pro Bowl talent in round 1. It's not hard finding gems in round 2 and 3 either. Rounds 4 and 5, you like the talent but hope for the best. In the final 2 rounds, however, teams are merely just taking educated guesses, knowing there's a very low chance that their 6th and 7th round picks actually pan out. But over the years, some late-round selections have turned out to be big-time impact players, some of them even future Hall of Famers. I'm Justin's Fraction, and today we present the 10 best 6th and 7th round picks in the NFL right now. At TPS, we post videos every single day, so don't forget to click the subscribe button to subscribe. Then click the notification bell to be notified when we post a new video. And a huge shout out to Nathan for suggesting this video list. We hope you enjoyed, and if you have an idea for a video, let us know in the comments section. You never know, we might use one and give you a shout out. Number 10, Greg ZUERLEIN. Yeah, laugh away. Answer this though. How many kickers in the NFL right now would you take over Legatron? The Rams drafted Greg in the 6th round, 171st overall, in 2012. ZUERLEIN has since become one of the NFL's few reliable kickers. Seriously, how many teams are changing kickers every year these days? Through the 2018 season, ZUERLEIN had made 83.491% of his field goals. Good for 27th best in NFL history, though he figures to improve that number over time. And let's not forget that ZUERLEIN made clutch 48 and 57-yard field goals in the 2018 NFC Championship game to send the Rams to Super Bowl 53. He's not quite Justin Tucker good, but ZUERLEIN is almost as reliable as it gets for a kicker. And did we mention he's a 6th round pick? Number 9, Andy Lee. Scoff at us all you want about placing a punter on this list, but answer us this. How many punters have been as great as Andy Lee? And how many of them were 6th or 7th round selections? Lee was a 2003 All-American in his final year of college at Pittsburgh. He was drafted in the 6th round, 188th overall in 2004. Lee has gone on to earn 3 Pro Bowl selections and a trio of first-team All-Pro selections. In 2011, Lee set a record for the most net yards punting average with 44, though Johnny Hecker broke the record 2 years later. But Lee punted for 4,968 yards in 2007. That was the 49ers record. Tom Brady, who won the MVP that year, had 4,806 passing yards. That's right, Lee had more punting yards than Brady had passing yards. And yet Brady won MVP. Talk about being snubbed. Jokes aside, Lee might truly be the greatest punter ever. Through the 2018 season, he sat 4th all-time in career punting yards and 5th in career punts. That's pure excellence for a 6th round pick. Number 8, Tyrod Taylor. The Baltimore Ravens already had future Super Bowl MVP and champion Joe Flacco at quarterback, but they nonetheless took Taylor with the 180th overall selection in 2011. The Virginia Tech product was Flacco's backup in Baltimore for 4 seasons, earning a Super Bowl 47 championship in the 2013 season. Taylor then signed with the Buffalo Bills and became their starting quarterback for the 2015 season. Taylor didn't exactly light up the league, but he was unquestionably the best quarterback Buffalo had in over a decade. In his 3 years with the Bills, Taylor compiled a 22-20 record with 51 touchdowns against just 16 interceptions. Taylor also added 1,575 rushing yards and 14 rushing touchdowns. He helped Buffalo reach the playoffs in 2017, ending an 18-year playoff drought. He was then traded to the Cleveland Browns in 2018 and would become a backup to rookie Baker Mayfield. Taylor would sign with the Los Angeles Chargers in the 2019 offseason to back up Phillip Rivers. Taylor might start again, but no matter what happens, he's fared much better than 90-something% of quarterbacks taken in the 6th round. Number 7, Chris Carson. The Marshawn Lynch era was long gone and the Seahawks were struggling to replace his production. GM John Schneider, a guru at finding gems in late rounds, took Oklahoma State running back Chris Carson with the 249th pick in 2017, and the 7th round pick has produced results. Carson only had 49 carries for 208 yards in his rookie season, but he emerged as Seattle's lead running back in 2018. Carson was one of the most dynamic backs of the 2018 season, finishing with 1,151 yards and 9 touchdowns. That helped Seattle earn a surprise playoff berth when many were picking them to be one of the NFL's worst teams in 2018. Carson and Russell fronted a revived Seattle offense, and the former looks to be a central part of this unit for years to come. Number 6, ANTOINE BETHEA. The Indianapolis Colts drafted the Georgia safety in the 6th round, 207th overall in the 2006 NFL Draft. Nobody at the time could have thought that Bethea was on his way to becoming a 3-time Pro Bowl safety, but that's exactly what he has become. Bethea became a key part of the Colts secondary right off the bat and helped them win Super Bowl 41 over the Chicago Bears in his rookie season. That year, Bethea had 4 passes defended and 1 interception. Like a fine wine, Bethea only kept getting better with age. He notched a Pro Bowl selection in his sophomore year and earned his second in 2009, helping the Colts reach Super Bowl 44. BETHEA signed with the San Francisco 49ers in 2014 and earned the third Pro Bowl selection of his career, backing up 10 passes defended and 1 interception that year. BETHEA has been one of the premier ball-hawking safeties over the past decade. He's not going to the Hall of Fame, but earning 3 Pro Bowl selections and a Super Bowl championship is something no 6th-round draft pick will ever complain about. Number 5, DELANIE Walker. The San Francisco 49ers took a chance on the Central Missouri tight end, taking Walker in the 6th round, 175th overall in 2006. Call Walker a late bloomer, though he was part of a 49ers team that reached 2 NFC championship games in 2011 and 12, plus a Super Bowl 47 appearance. His stats and production weren't exactly jaw-dropping. Things changed when the Tennessee Titans signed Walker in the 2013 offseason. Walker broke out in 2014 with 63 catches for 890 yards and 4 touchdowns. He then registered 1,088 yards in 2015 and earned his first Pro Bowl selection. Walker hit the 800 receiving yard mark in 2016 and 17 as well, earning Pro Bowl selections in both seasons. Walker has quietly been one of the NFL's top tight ends since joining Tennessee. Nobody could have seen this coming, given how late he was drafted and how long it took for him to finally break out. Number 4, Julian Edelman. Only Bill Belichick would draft a little-known QB like Julian Edelman in the 7th round. Only Bill Belichick would use him as a wide receiver and special teams performer. Only Bill Belichick would let Pro Bowler Wes Welker leave in free agency and turn Edelman into Brady's most trusted wideout ever. Edelman played quarterback at Kent State. He was drafted 232nd overall in 2009, but nobody bothered to pay any attention to him. Nobody wanted him at quarterback. Belichick took the chance anyway, and of course it paid off. It always does for that guy. Edelman has emerged as one of the NFL's elite slot receivers. He's been Brady's go-to guy since 2013. Edelman has recorded 2 1,000-yard seasons and was instrumental in helping the Patriots win Super Bowls 49, 51, and 53. He's second all-time in career playoff receptions, only trailing the GOAT, Jerry Rice. Oh, and Edelman won Super Bowl 53 MVP after dominating the Rams for 10 catches and 141 yards. Not sure if we mentioned that he was a quarterback that was taken in the 7th round out of college. Number 3, Jason KELCE. Even though KELCE was one of the top offensive lineman prospects in the country, scouts just weren't high on him. I mean, he's only 6'3" and 295 pounds, which is somewhat smallish for an NFL offensive lineman. The Philadelphia Eagles drafted KELCE in the 6th round, 191st overall in the 2011 draft. That was the same year that the Eagles were the self-proclaimed dream team after signing talents like Nnamdi Asomugha, Vince Young, and Jason Babin in free agency. But in reality, KELCE was a much bigger addition than all 3 of those guys. Nearly a decade into his career, and KELCE is a 2-time Pro Bowler with a pair of first-team All-Pro selections. He was instrumental in helping the Eagles win Super Bowl 52 over the New England Patriots. The Eagles didn't allow a single sack in the game. He's been one of the best centers in the NFL for years now, and KELCE is unquestionably going to go down as one of the greatest 6th-round picks in history. Number 2, Antonio Brown. Maybe he had the speed and skill set to be a great NFL wide receiver, but the scouts just weren't big on him. Brown wasn't drafted until the 6th round and 195th overall in the 2010 draft. But this is the Pittsburgh Steelers we're talking about here. Of course, they turned a 6th-round pick into pure gold. Brown only caught 16 passes for 167 yards and no TDs in his rookie season. But he did help the Steelers reach Super Bowl 45. Brown slowly got better over time and recorded 1,000-yard seasons in 2011 and 13, earning his first 2 Pro Bowl selections in the process. But Brown took his game to another level in 2014, notching 129 receptions for 1,698 yards and 13 touchdowns. For an encore, he caught 136 passes for 1,834 yards and 10 touchdowns in 2015, leading the NFL in receptions in back-to-back years. Also, Brown's 1,834 yards that year were the 4th most ever in a single season. Brown earned his 7th Pro Bowl selection in 2018 and is a 3-time first-team All-Pro. He's rapidly moving up the ladder among all-time leaders in receptions and receiving yards. Brown was traded to the Oakland Raiders after a falling out with the Steelers in 2019. Even though it was an ugly exit, the Steelers fans should be forever grateful. Should we? Should we? We should. Even though it was an ugly exit, Steelers fans should be forever grateful for everything the 6th-round pick gave them. And number 1, Tom Brady. Brady saw very little playing time in his first 2 years at Michigan. He was a starter for the 1998 and 99 seasons, but TB12 didn't exactly perform at a high level, and there was little reason for scouts to pay him any attention. While the Patriots were already locked in with Drew Bledsoe as their quarterback, nonetheless, the Patriots took a chance on Brady and drafted him in the 6th round, 199th overall in 2000. 6 quarterbacks were taken before Brady that year, by the way. And so here we are 2 decades later. Brady has done nothing but win 6 Super Bowl championships, 4 Super Bowl MVP awards, 3 league MVPs, and earned 14 Pro Bowl selections. He is the winningest quarterback in history and owns practically every QB postseason record. Last time we checked, that's a good thing. Brady also has a chance to retire as the all-time passing yards and touchdowns leader, but even if he doesn't, who cares? Nobody is matching his 6 Super Bowls. How does a man go from a 6th-round pick to the ultimate champion? Somebody's going to make an Oscar-worthy Hollywood movie about this guy. That's all we can really say now. What other active 6th round and 7th round picks should we have included on our list? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.